Of course, those two players combined with the two replacements from the weekend, or changes from the weekend against Fulham as well. So we'll ask the manager how happy he's feeling about the changes he made to that side. But that is after we've had a chat with this man. Viktor Gyoekeres there is on his way over to our desk, and he must be feeling absolutely brilliant. You can only imagine, having had 9 games without scoring. Although being an important part of this team tonight, he has finally got on this Champions League scoreline and says hi to Theo. Viktor, thank you so much for coming into the studio to have a chat with us. First of all, congratulations. Tell us the emotions and what's going on inside you after your 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, of course. Feels amazing. It's been a while, but yeah, we've been winning games, so in that part it's been still a great couple of months. But yeah, it's been, of course, as a striker you want to score goals, and to get 2 today is amazing.
Of course, you've been winning games, and you've been an important part of that, and an important part of Arsenal's resilience and their defensive strength. But as a goal scorer, we had Alan Shearer on here tonight before the match saying you just want to get going, you want to start scoring goals. So you could see almost your first goal, you kind of stopped. There was a moment where you didn't celebrate kind of wildly, and your teammates were encouraging you.
Yeah, but that was just because, VAR, I don't know, it can be something, I just wanted to wait to don't do too much and then be disappointed. So, yeah, I just waited a little bit, that's why. But, yeah, it was, of course, great to score 2 goals and to get this win because, yeah, it shows where we're at.
Should we have a little look at your goals?
Yeah, why not?
Sure, you'll have them look back later as well, but you might as well talk us through this.
Yeah, I mean, I got it there, bit in between my legs, and yeah, I just tried to get a shot on goal, really, and then yeah, it was a perfect deflection, I think, and yeah.
So you were worried about the offside of your teammate there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you look at your movement before as well to get in front of the centre back, and obviously a lot of people have been looking at the goal side of things, but as a forward myself, with continuing to do those movements, those runs, and you've been doing it from day one till now, and that's the patience side of things. And my boys have been patient, waiting for the celebration as well. So thank you for that. So they'll be very happy.
Yeah,
but look, how important is just to put yourself in those positions all the time and not to, just shy away from things. It's really important as a forward.
Yeah, I think you have to be focused, but the thing is, I think sometimes you can overdo it and run into. You think it's like the right thing to do to get in front, and then the ball maybe comes a bit behind you. So I think also to have the patience and to wait for the right moment. And yeah, I think that's something I can improve. But yeah, I think just to be there, be aggressive, and yeah, the chance will come.
And the reaction of your teammates as well spoke volumes. They looked absolutely thrilled for you.
Yeah, they're incredible. I think you can see that in how we play together, and the spirit we have in the team is something else.
I think you have created that, because strikers, everybody expects them to score. You didn't score that much in this period, but all the other stuff that you've been doing for the team, making the players better, has created this reaction of them. The respect that you have created, I think, is definitely on you. So well done.
Thank you.
Does it feel like this is a very special time in this club? This season so far has, nothing you could say has gone wrong. You're top of the league. You've won all your Champions League games. You've had the best defensive start to a season Arsenal have ever had in 138 years. You must feel like this was a good move.
No, it feels great, of course, but I think we just have to be on our toes and keep doing the right things in training and in the games, and yeah, just be the same, and of course try to improve as well, because yeah, there's always room for that, I think.
And of course you have a new Englishman in charge of Sweden as well, in Graham Potter. Have you had a word with him yet about his plans for you?
Yeah, I spoke a little bit with him, so yeah, it feels great to have him as a coach in the national team.
Big job to do there as well.
Yeah.
Viktor, thank you so much for coming in to talk to us, and congratulations on the win and the goals, and Arsenal's 100% record, of course, in the Champions League phase. I imagine the confidence tonight's win, tonight's performance and tonight's goals will do for him, and what it could do for him going forwards now.
Yeah, and it's like Alan was saying in comms, they're the best goals. The ones that you're just in the right position, because the hard work he's been putting down it's all come down to him, and you get rewarded, like Clarence was saying. So look, the goals will always continue to come because he's got great players around him, and he doesn't give up. And that's the great thing about a forward; they don't give up.
Well, Arsenal is the team in England, not only, but the team in England since I've been in England that will always provide chances for strikers. Any strikers that come in will end up scoring goals because this is Arsenal. And you can tell tonight, of course, are there amazing goals? No. Are there important goals? Of course. And he's someone that needs to be in the box. And I think, the buying that they've done over the summer with, the additional players, he's not going to make the difference on his own, but those players around him will feed him and he will score goals because that's what he does. So a very big night for him because we talk and we said, okay, the movement, he's helping his teammate, but in the end, you want to score goals because this is how you judge. So a striker needs to score and, it's the beginning for him.
Yeah, it is. And of course, they've got Crystal Palace at the weekend in the league here at the Emirates. I mean, you wouldn't bet against him continuing it, would you?
No, not at all. And again, a clean sheet. And that's, if you want to win titles, ask Gail, it's all about clean sheets. You can win games 1-0 ugly. They can do that, Arsenal. They can win games 4-0 like tonight. But incredible tonight, and they're going to continue to get stronger because there's a lot more to come from this.
Okay, let's hear from the manager, shall we? Because Mikel Arteta is with Gabriel Clark.
Mikel, well done. So, 56 minutes in, did you see 4-0 coming?
No, and it was a really tough match. And we knew that, obviously, as long as the score was 0-0 or 1-0 losing, it was going to be really tough. After the goal, I think they opened up a little bit, and it was a little bit easier for us to find the spaces. Very happy. I think we had a big performance, big results, and very well deserved 3 points.
A big team performance and big individual performances. What pleased you most?
Both, because a big team performance without individual performance is very difficult, and at this level in the Champions League, you really need to step up on everything that you do individually. We've done that in every phase of the play, and I'm very happy.
Has Viktor Gyokeres, with his first 2 Champions League goals for you, stepped up?
Delighted, because he fully deserves. I mean, the war rate and everything that he brings to the team is outstanding, and he fully deserves the goal.
Yeah, I know he brings work rate, you'll get that, but even inwardly, is he also putting pressure on himself to score? That's what strikers have to do.
Exactly, and that's what we brought him here for, and his demands on himself are really high, but we value a lot of the things that he does for the team. And you can see that biggest smile on his face today, and look at his teammates.
Is this going to be a lift-off for him to an extent? That's what they say about strikers. Goals, when they start, they can carry on for a long time, game by game.
And he's very used to that for the last 3 years. What he's done, it's phenomenal. So hopefully it's the start of some beautiful sequence now.
Was Calafiori all set and ready to go? And then Miles Lewis-Skelly makes that run. That's about right, isn't it, on the touchline?
That's football, yeah. And then we decided to make other changes as well because there are players that we have to manage.
Yeah. What about that set-up play, though, by Miles Lewis-Skelly in that inverted full-back role?
That's him. That's his quality, the way he carries the ball, the way he attracts players, and then the ability he has to release the ball in the right moment. Martinelli as well, I think he was superb today. So really good to see those 2 changes and the impact they had in the team.
It all started, it was all broken up by a set piece again, though. That skill by Declan Rice, listen, the skill was there in the free kicks against Real Madrid, but that delivery, what does that take?
Yeah, super. We could have scored before in the first half with some open chances that we had, but to have that variability of way of scoring goals and the different players scoring goals as well, it's something really positive, so let's maintain it.
Teams know what's coming, they can't stop it.
Well, so far, so we need to continue and still improve.
And overall, there will now be even more expectation. The fans go away from here tonight excited by what they're seeing, more excited maybe. Does this give you even more belief as a group?
Yeah, because that creates a better cohesion between us and our supporters, and belief is something crucial in sports. And now we have to maintain the momentum, understand that we've done some great things. There are things that we should do better as well to improve, so let's focus on Sunday now.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, obviously, I'm extremely happy and proud about the performance and the result against a really good side. I was very impressed when I analysed them and with what I've seen today about them as well. So I knew about the difficulty of it. It required a lot of aggression and a lot of patience as well, and the way they manage the context of the game and the way they can manipulate their behaviour is really impressive. And with 0-0 half-time, even though we generated 2 or 3 big chances, we had to stay patient, but at the same time increase a little bit certain areas to damage them more. We've done it, and then this Champions League. I think we were very effective as well, and that was key.
Jordan, the Sun.
Mikel, we saw the smile on Viktor's face after those 2 goals. I mean, how much have you had to reassure him over this very small run where he hasn't scored that it's going to come, to keep believing, to keep doing the things he's doing?
Well, I think he deserved it, because everything that we were seeing in terms of what he was bringing to the team and how much he was helping the team in many areas, apart from scoring goals in the last few weeks, there was no debate about that. It was about keeping that belief on himself, that emotional state, that he can enjoy and play freely. I think he's certainly done that today again. He was rewarded with 2 goals. And as you said, big smile on his face. Look at his teammates as well in the picture, in the video. They are also happy for him because he fully deserves that.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Mikel. Just to follow on from that, and you mentioned it there, you could see the players pushing Viktor forward to take the celebration. Did that show just how much they have appreciated the work that he's put in during these 8 games when he didn't score?
All of us, because he makes us a much better team. I think we become much more unpredictable. He's so physical, he opens the spaces for everybody, the way he presses the ball, holds the ball. It's just phenomenal. And then, the ice on the cake, and the biggest thing that we're going to debate about him is goals. He certainly scored 2 very different ones today, and hopefully he starts to get some momentum and a good run of goals.
James, CBS, over here.
Mikel, you made 2 changes to that team and they combined for a goal and both played pretty well. We say it's a good headache to have this many selection problems, but it must be quite a headache.
Very good. I think Miles and Gabi were superb. They impacted the team, the result, and they were ready from the beginning. And the boys that they come again, and we use them in different ways again. I think we need to try. I need to try to keep them all involved, believing that they have a chance to play. And if they play at that level, it's a joy, because it's going to elevate our daily training sessions. That will mean the standard will be higher and we will compete better for sure.
Tom, problem?
Hi, Mikel. Can I ask you about Miles? Because he's had to be very patient for his opportunity, and he starts now, and I thought he was excellent. What was your thoughts on his performance?
Depending how you look at it. When you look at it from what he's done from December last year to now, at his age, at this level, is incredible. But I said it before, he's been really focused, really humble, and really good. And when that happens and you have to play after, you are ready, and I think he was really good today.
Amy?
Hi, Mikel. The competition for places, how does it manifest itself around the place in the dressing room? It seems to be pushing everyone to find an extra level. Are you feeling that?
But this is what we need, and when you look at the top teams in Europe, that's what they have, and we have to manage that in a really cohesive system when everybody understands that they're going to have different roles throughout a game or in different games, but at the end the outcome is to earn the right to win games and to win games. That's the ultimate goal, and we are seeking for the same thing.
Mikel, a very eventful second half. They say a fright is good for the heart. And I suppose Julian Alvarez, a moment of brilliance in the second half, but your reaction to that was phenomenal. You actually went up a few levels. You must be so proud of your players' reaction to that.
Yes, because you can sense it that every time that the front line was running with a bit of a space on time in and around the box, they have this quality. I mean, they win a lot of games like that with individual actions, and they believe in that. And you hit the crossbar, thanks God, and after that we score not far from there, and it helped us to win the game.
Okay,
Very early days yet, as Clarence is always keen to tell us, but it makes happy reading there, doesn't it, if you're an Arsenal fan, because you've taken maximum points so far from your 3 games. But those big scorelines tonight means Arsenal sit third in the table because of the goal difference. And a little bit further down the table, you can see Manchester City and then Newcastle also nestled inside those all-important top 8 places. Of course, half of those teams yet to play this week. OK, let's get some reaction from Arsenal, shall we? And the man who got them going on their goal scoring tonight, Gabriel, is with Alex Aljo.
Gabriel, parabéns, uma vitória muito importante. Congratulations, a really important win. Como você descreveria o jogo de hoje? How would you sum up that match?
Yeah, we are so happy. We know we play at home in front of our fans, and we front a big team like Atletico, but everyone worked well, and yeah, we need to keep it going, and it's, of course, a big win. We need to enjoy. but need to rest as well because we have a big game on Sunday as well.
Lance de bola parada, de novo, another set piece. Conta para nós sobre seu gol. Talk us through your goal.
Nice. I think it is. We work a lot, and it's not on me. It's about the team. How we when we get on the box, we believe, and of course, Declan Rice is a believer.
Another game, another clean sheet. Just how much confidence does your defensive record give you going into each game?
Yes, it's good for us. It's giving us too much confidence, and we need to keep going. And yeah, we just start the season, and we need to keep pushing and work a lot. And yeah.
So far, so good. I know there's a long way to go, but can Arsenal win it this year?
We just, like I say, we need to keep going, and yeah, need to keep work together. And we know we have an amazing team, and we need to believe each other, and of course we want to achieve the big things this year.
That, I think, is your first interview in English as well. So, parabéns. Foi perfeito. It was absolutely perfect. I thought we were going to be speaking Portuguese, so well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Well done, Gabriel. A big night for Arsenal, big night for him, of course. Not a surprise, really, that he's scoring off a set piece. Not a surprise Arsenal scoring off a set piece. Perhaps, though, that scoreline might be something of a surprise across Europe tonight, because Atletico Madrid looked like they were going to be the sternest test for Arsenal so far this season. And as the fans pour out of here tonight, they'll be very happy with what they've seen, Theo.
Surprised me. Wouldn't it be really refreshing as well as a player came out and said, do you know what, yeah, we can win this. It'll be really refreshing to see. However, look, he spoke very well there, and again, it's a set piece. Surprised me in the results. Plenty of goals tonight. Like Clarence is saying, where's the defence tonight on a lot of teams? However, Arsenal were patient, and they had to be patient tonight against a very resilient Atletico team. However, they did make them look very average in the second half. And I love the fact the energy was continued to be there as well. They were relentless. They didn't give them the break to breathe, and absolutely fascinating
because at the start of that second half, they came out with intent, Atletico, didn't they? And they had their moments, they had their opportunities.
Yeah, the thing I like about Arsenal is that they're solid. Even in moments that, you know, something might happen, everybody comes back. They know exactly where and how to defend in the box. They know they need to really make something special happen to score against them, and they transmit that. And I think that kind of feeling is, of course, amazing. Atletico second half, indeed, you said it well, they didn't look with energy at all.
Was that a statement result tonight, Gail?
I think so. And you know, Atletico is a big team. You know, they had a very good game against Madrid. So I think no one really saw that result coming. But again, you know, we're talking about a team. What I like about this Arsenal team is when, you know, Gyökeres scored, you can see everybody coming around him. You know, it's a bunch of friends, and that's what we were saying before the game. You know, you can feel some kind of energy and positivity. They've got everything. You know, they can cover everything that you need in a game in 90 minutes. And tonight it was a very convincing performance.
I think they really exhausted Atletico. First half, Atletico pushed a lot, came out again, but it was just hitting against the wall. At a certain point, they didn't know what to do anymore. And Arsenal, you know, they showed the energy. Martinelli today was on fire. I mean,
they didn't get bored, because Martinelli at times might not have the ball because he's been asked to stay out wide. However, they all kept to their jobs, and that just shows, like I said before, the patience of this team right now. Focus.
Not a great surprise then that the goal scoring started with a set piece, because 40% of their goals this season have been scored from set pieces. So we have a little look at this one, Theo, and classic Arsenal.
I mean, we speak about all the set pieces now, but it's all about delivery. Declan Rice, just like his golf swing, I'm pretty sure is pretty consistent, and it's the player that Gonzalez obviously switches off it and he gets a little touch and expects the keeper to come. However, you can see his reaction, he knows he's made the error. However, it's all about delivery with set pieces. It comes down to the focus, the energy, and you can just see here, there's nothing in this. He's very disappointed in that. But
yeah, probably he wouldn't reach the ball.
No.
That's why he stopped, actually, hoping that
keeper's going to help him out.
Yeah, that the goalkeeper would be there. But the delivery is absolutely outstanding. And it was said as well, they train on these moments, you know. How many minutes do you put in? At the end, set pieces, we know that makes a difference in football, big time.
But for Declan Rice, that's 10 assists from dead balls from the beginning of 2023 set pieces. for him and a second across the whole of Europe. You know, he is so reliable and so, you know, for Arsenal, such an absolute weapon, isn't he?
For me, it's impressive because Arsenal is a team who plays every 3 days. And you know, the week, even when you play Saturday to Saturday, is short. You don't have time to cover all the phases of the game. And by scoring that many goals shows you that they work a lot. So it means that, you know, the decision of putting more importance into the set pieces game plan is so important for Mikel, and I think you're getting the reward. But yes, in the end, Clarence said that when we were watching the game, set pieces, yes, sometimes you have combination, but really it's how you deliver the ball and how much heart you have to attack the ball. And Arsenal is full of heart.
Well, he burst the dam, didn't he? And then the flood came. And of course, the second goal was something of a beauty, wasn't it? The way it was created from Lewis Miles Skelly.
Yeah, I mean, this is a player that started off in centre mid, and when you have ball carriers, defence have to drop back and sit back because they're not quite sure what to do, and it's the weight of the pass which allows Martinelli to make his mind up. He's already got a picture in his head. But Gail, have you ever been in this position before and actually think, I need to run now? These fullbacks like to be inverted. Would you have ever thought that in your day and age?
It's quite new. It's quite new in football to be in that zone. But to be in that zone, you need to be able to have the capacity of being in that zone. But you know, we discuss about the choice of Mikel putting out Lewis Kelly or putting Calafiori.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason, because he gives you different options. He gives you the wide option, he gives you the inside option, and he gives you that way of carrying the ball. And it's beautiful, but like Theo said, I think, you know, the first part of the goal is unbelievable, but the final pass is probably the hardest
thing. The weight
thing.
of that pass.
It's beautiful, and hopefully this will allow him to get more minutes, but he's a super talent.
And the patience of Martinelli as well, because he wanted to have the ball way before that, right? And he stayed there waiting, and it was a beautiful action.